In this video, we're smoking out 2 homes to figure out how rats got inside. You're not gonna believe what we found inside walls, attics, and the crawl spaces from these shoddy ass plumbers and contractors. If you're a homeowner and you're suffering with rats, this video's for you. Let's get started. When was the last time you had activity?
3-4 nights ago.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing was gnawing to get out. We were up since like 3 a.m. because it was chewing.
All up from the attic area?
Yeah,
Specifically in the bedroom.
That's where they caught one in the crawl space.
Okay.
But where we've been hearing it has been the attic area, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. This part of the house was the addition?
Starting from about here, I believe. Just this.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't think they got into the ceiling here.
Okay.
But I had them come back and then stick a trap through here.
Okay.
And that seemed to have done it, at least for one of them that was in here.
So they stuck a trap between here and they caught one?
I assume they caught one. I don't know for sure.
Okay. Just gonna do a quick perimeter and then we'll get up on the roof, inside the attic,
Okay.
do our inspection.
And also, that crawl space entrance,
Yeah.
if for whatever reason you don't have good access, we have some inside too.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. So you can see I did good exclusion work here. So all of the crawl space vents did get excluded along with this area. So it looks like they've done a good job on the outside. The only thing I don't like is wood. This should be sealed up with some type of protective coating because the water will soak up into this and it'll start to warp. So this is not sustainable long term. We've got a clean out cap right here. So if you're a pest controller watching this and you haven't solved their problem or rat problem, pull these rubber clean outs off and look in the backside and see if they're chewed. If they are, it's an indication that it's a sewer rat issue. It doesn't look like they're into this one. That's a bunch of drain flies though. Decks are always a suspect area. You must crawl underneath or inspect underneath these areas because rats love to hide under here and get in through this way. Yeah, completely sealed up. Okay, so there is almost no access under here, and the plumbing does look like it's been installed by not the best plumber. You can see they use rubberized fittings here. We're gonna do a very, very aggressive smoke test here and roll this out. Especially with these drain flies, there could be a break somewhere where these drain flies are laying all their larvae. So this could be an issue, guys. We just gotta get that smoke into the system and see if there's any breaches. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and inspect the attic while the guys are getting the ladders and the smoke machine up on the roof. Humane traps, the worst trap, waste of money. They almost never catch rats. They're just way neophobic of all of that metal cagey material. Never works, in our opinion anyways. Okay, so I can see that there's a lot of activity by the cast iron pipe. It does appear, again, this is just purely assumption right now, looking at all the rat droppings are coming from the crawl space up and then into the area here. I could be wrong, but there's a lot of activity right where that pipe penetration is into the attic. All right, let's go up on the roof. You smell the vents yet?
Not yet, not yet.
Okay. They use a lot of concrete here. The problem with this, guys, like right now, we've got to run cameras down these pipes, or if a plumber ever came and needed to snake this, they got to tear all of this apart, compromising this, and most plumbers will not put it back. That's why we invented our rat caps. It's not only going to protect the rodents from getting down your pipes, but also your plumber has access. They just simply pop the dome off. And the other problem with this too is that if you have trees and stuff over your house, this little dip right here collects a lot of debris. You're going to end up having to remove and maintain all of that cleanup work. It's good for the pest controllers that are up here doing it, but it's not good for the homeowners long term. That's why you want to consider getting our rat caps. Okay, Brian, you're gonna head to the attic. We got the smoke machine going. We're gonna go ahead and put it right here at the 3-inch. We're getting smoke out of the vents.
Got it.
Bam! I think we found something. Come underneath and check it out. Check it out, you guys. You see the amount of smoke here? I thought it was a wax seal. Let's see, the toilet's over here. So this is the toilet. Yeah, there's a big opening right there. Gotta dive down a little deeper and see what it is, but it does look like plumber's negligence. Again, when you're doing a remodel, you have to make sure you tell these plumbers or remodeling companies to cap and seal everything off. Don't have them seal up the walls until they take pictures. So if you're at work, homeowners, tell them to take pictures of everything before they put floors and walls and stuff back in. So you always have a visual perspective as to the work that they did. You can always refer back to it. Let's see what they messed up on here. It's on this wall right here. Let's go inside the house and let's go take a look at this bathroom right here. Yeah, you can see I'm getting smoke coming out of the electric socket there. You can see the toilet is completely sealed. They have a bead of caulking all the way around. Gonna have to open up this wall right here, Anthony. What we're gonna do right now is get back up on the roof. Let's run the micro camera down this 2-inch vent to see if we can identify a breach. Wire right there. Wait, are those droppings? Look like it, huh? I think so. Go all the way through that. Keep going. See this opening right here? This looks suspect. All right, tell me if you could see anything. What about that? No? Yeah, it's tight. No? We'll have to go inside and open up that wall and expose that whole area there where we're getting the smoke. It does look suspect in there, but it's very hard to get a visual perspective as to what's going on. So the only way is to open up. When we did our smoke test, we got a bunch of smoke coming out from behind that toilet. So there appears to be a broken pipe somewhere in this wall. We're gonna have to run drop cloths here and open up the bottom corner of that wall to expose the pipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You close it up too?
Oh yeah. No, we'll definitely close it up. All right, she is freaking out because she thinks we're gonna open up the walls and possibly a rat escaping that area. And we get that question all the time is, hey, if you guys open up, are you gonna seal up the walls? Absolutely. We're always prepared with the proper materials inside of our vehicles to securely, temporarily seal those openings up. We would never leave a homeowner exposed to a possible rat infestation to get inside of their home. That's something we would never, ever do. See a breaker or two. I do see some rat grease or sebum right there at the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna kick the smoke on, see which direction the smoke is gonna be coming out of. Is it just gonna be from this joint or connection right there? Or are we gonna get smoke from in this wall down? That's what we need to verify. As of right now, I don't want to tear up wood and cut out the plumbing. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to use this expansion cone to isolate this and just fill this up. All right, we're going to let this cure. Then we're going to perform another smoke test and then continue the inspection. Also, make sure you preserve this expensive stuff. You want to loop your hose all the way around and then just give it a little bit of pressure and this will preserve the expansion foam can. Leave in the comments, did you know that already? So we're gonna start focusing towards this garage area here, and there's another crawl space. So we can get underneath the crawl space from here, but Anthony doesn't have proper tools to do it, but he may have the strength in his fingers to do it. Yeah. No!
It was worth a try.
If you use two tools at the same time, there you go. Just like that. Now lift up at the same time with the same amount of pressure, and then
It's not working,
it's not working. Okay.
Is this thing bolted down?
Here, let me have you. Oh, a free jump. Okay, so Anthony took it upon himself to get under here, which is really awesome. Are you seeing smoke?
They caught one somewhere down here. I could smell them. Oh, right there. Alright guys, so in the crawl space.
Anthony's underneath the house FaceTiming me here. There's the pipe right there that we were getting a bunch of smoke coming out of. So I'm gonna go in the bathroom. He's gonna make a bunch of noise. I'm gonna try to identify where that is inside the bathroom. We're on to something because we do see a bunch of rat grease. Oh, it's to the tub. Okay, Anthony, do you see the tub drain? It should be 1.5 inch P-trap.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Where's that? Oh, okay.
It's just on the left of it. There's the P trap.
There's the trap. Okay, swing to the right. Slow. It's right there, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be able to see the smoke coming out of that vent? Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. The pipe is loose, and there's another pipe somewhere up there.
Yeah.
That's leaking
Yeah.
smoke.
Okay. I have the customer here, so hold on, okay? See this pipe right here?
Yep.
Rattle the pipe, Anthony. He's underneath this bathroom here. See that pipe there that's loose? Okay, now show him the smoke. A plumber back in the day chopped that off, ran a new vent, and left this connected to the sewer. So what's happening is the city sewer rats are dropping down that pipe into the house. See?
Left it open?
Just left it open.
Unbelievable.
A few moments later.
Okay, so you can see that we've got a zipper door containment. When you open up a wall where rats are getting in, you could have a lot of contamination. So that's why when we're doing plumbing repairs and all of that, we like to seal everything up. So we're gonna go ahead, insert the vacuum in while we zip this up. And we don't need more access to this hole. So as you can see, we completely sealed it up. All right, guys, so for 2025, this has got to be the worst plumbing we've ever seen. Super important if you're watching this video. Look at how bad. I mean, they just took, this is not even lined up properly, so they took a bunch of ABS glue to seal this joint. Okay, so this here's the lav. They used the vent 90. This is not code, okay? But right here, this looks like this was the old sink. So the drain used to come this way across to pick up the lav. But look what they did. They just left it cut and exposed. And then look at this. This is that pipe that Anthony was shaking. Okay, so this vent comes up like this and connects to this old sewer pipe. So the sewer rats were coming up through here, coming this way, and then dropping down into the crawl space. And look at all the holes that lead to the crawl space there. And boy, it smells really, really bad. Really, really bad. So we're gonna just temporarily seal this off with some tape so we can conduct another smoke test. So homeowners, hopefully if you're watching this, it's super important to hire a licensed plumber that's reputable, that's not gonna do this type of shoddy work. If not, it's a huge invitation for the city sewer rats to come in and literally cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. All right, because the plumbing is so bad, we're not taking any chances. We're gonna do another smoke test. So we got Anthony crawling crawling back underneath that tight crawl space. But this is what it takes, you guys. You gotta stick with a job like this and rule out everything. You cannot just assume and walk away. You have to be super, super thorough. Oh, yeah. Nothing, Anthony?
Nothing. That was a tough crawl.
It was, man. Good job, brother.
Thanks.
So as of right now, it appears that everything is sealed up. So I think what we're gonna have to do now, because of the condition of this construction, as far as the plumbing, we're now going to focus on the exterior a little bit, make sure that everything is sealed up. And then what we'll do is we're going to install rodent monitoring cameras for up to 15 days and confirm and verify that this home is rat-free. So we're gonna go ahead now, get the right parts and seal up, permanently seal up those pipe openings in that wall that we found. That was a great find. So guys, I know a lot of pest controllers, you guys are throwing these type of rat traps in the crawl space. And the problem is, which I'm about to show you right now, is that these are so light, the larger rats are getting caught by their legs or their tail, and then they're just running off with it. It's causing blowflies, it's causing a nasty odor. It's very, very difficult to track them down because sometimes they'll run up a chase, you can't find them. So then the homeowner has to deal with a nasty smell and blowflies for sometimes up to 2 weeks. So I encourage you, if you are not going to get our traps, which this will never happen, is tie these down to some plywood and secure these rat traps. If not, you're gonna end up with a stinky, stinky mess that is not gonna make you look good as a pest controller, but the homeowner is just gonna be completely frustrated as well. Check this out. We're gonna try to fish a rat out that got caught, his front leg, okay? And that's the other thing with our traps, guys. Our traps lures the rats so you get headshots every single time. So why mess with a trap? Yes, this is a $7, $8 trap. I get it, a lot less expensive. What are the costs associated with dealing with odors and blowflies? What is the cost of you losing rats? What's the cost of you having to come back and reset your traps? Add all of that up, it's way more expensive than buying a few rat traps. Because all we're saying is, you know, you don't need to be placing 5 to 6 rat traps in an area. Okay, 1 trap in a crawl space is all you need. 1 trap up in an attic is all you need. So a couple of traps, 2 or 3 traps for a job, depending on the activity and the location, is all you need to solve a rat issue. Let's try to get this rat out of here. All right, so we found a long stick with a screw going through it. So we're gonna use the long stick and that screw to try to fish this rat out.
Boss.
I mean, look at the time and the frustration that it's taking to get this rat out of here. We don't have space. There's not enough room with all of those pipes and stuff. We can't get to that area to just crawl under there and fish him out. Oh, poor guy. Look at that. Look at that, you guys. I hate rats. They gotta go, but this is not humane way to get rid of rats. All right, guys, we're big fans of our Twinzyme, especially in a highly contaminated area with rat urine droppings. So we're gonna spray and neutralize this area. And even Anthony, when he goes to the clubs, he doesn't use deodorant anymore. He sprays the enzymes. Can you show him real quick how you do it?
Yeah, I usually just you know, get a little dab on my finger and
just put it right there, yes. All right, so we're just gonna seal up those pipes, seal up the wall, set a rat trap up in the attic and 1 in the crawl space.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
All right, so the homeowners do not want sewer rats again. So as you can see, we cut this slab out, dug down, installed a clean out for our rat blocker. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna slide this in. Lifetime warranty. And that just drops down like this. So no more rats coming out of your toilets, no more rats getting inside of the 4 walls of your drain system. Hi. Hi. So I heard you got 2 rats.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Rachel, right?
You guys are like stars.
Oh.
YouTube stars. Hi.
How are you?
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
I sent the cat back like 3 weeks ago.
Did he catch the rats out here or in the house?
Yeah, outside. I don't know if he caught outside or inside. Actually, because they found the dead rats in the backyard. I've been having this rat issue like for years. I've had the house since 2013.
Okay.
And so I've been dealing with it on and off. And at some point, I did a construction like right before the pandemic.
Okay.
So I sealed. I was like making sure every place is sealed. Like I don't have this problem anymore.
Did you hire companies to do that, to rat?
No,
them?
no.
Oh, you did it
I
yourself.
I asked the construction guys to seal everything, but apparently they didn't do a great job. So now I still have this problem. That's when I set the trap in the basement.
You got
I got 2. Fast forward probably a month ago, like over a month ago, my roommates were reporting to me that they see some more rats. They actually saw a rat in the kitchen, and then they told me they hear the scratches behind the wall.
So let's go in the house and show me where that is.
Okay.
That's what I love about Victor. He shows up and just starts doing a walkthrough because he likes that 150 bonus, guys. I found it. Oh, so Dave gets the 150.
That's notable.
That's easy.
I always get the high one.
Look at this. Right in. Is that the basement that she's talking about? Yeah. Is it? Yeah. That's a huge hole. So, Victor, you're going to split it with Dave?
Yeah.
But I already found the one in the front, so...
My roommate he saw the rat behind this.
Behind the oven?
Yeah. I had a friend who take a look at it. He said that there's a hole.
Yes. Well, there's some nesty material. Mice and rats love ovens.
So the place where I caught the 2 rats actually is in a crawl space in my roommate's.
Hey, good. How are you? Where are you hearing the noises?
Well, they're in the kitchen area. Like years back, it was on this side.
Okay, got
it. Was on
that side.
Yeah, through here.
Yeah.
Oh, in here.
Yeah, but that was like it hasn't recently.
Okay, what's more recent?
In the kitchen.
Kitchen.
So, yeah, where she was at. So see if she's there and just ask her. Yeah, and that it would be on that side.
This rat poops. Is that?
Yeah.
So how do they get here from this?
It's hard to say whether we'd have to check the chimney.
Okay, so I think this area is clear, even though a long time ago when I lived in that room, I hear the rat noise.
Okay.
But, my roommate told me he hasn't heard anything.
How do we get up to the attic? Is it right here?
Over here, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Downstairs in Ben's room,
Okay.
he heard the noise too.
He does.
Should we go for a look
let's go.
quickly? Okay. Hey, it's Ben.
Oh, it's 2. You got it.
Yeah,
Double
yeah.
trouble.
Out there for a second.
Double trouble.
So this is our new area.
Beautiful, yeah. Yeah, and by his bed, David, he'll show you the crawl space. Oh, okay. Where we need to get set up. Yeah.
But I haven't heard any noises from it. It's always been on the kitchen side.
Right.
But like I said earlier this year,
when you say noises,
it was like to hear, just, I don't know what's inside. I mean, I don't know the layout in there.
Yeah, when you say we hear them in the kitchen more, where do you?
Like in the walls.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, but, so like in the walls, like you know what I mean. So,
right, but is that by the oven? By this?
Probably near the oven, I would say.
Near the oven? Yeah, we'll crawl over by the kitchen, David. Yeah. Isolate that kitchen.
Yeah.
And you put the traps next to the door? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Is that right?
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so his bed's here. So we'll just crawl space access is here. So just as a preventative measure, we're going to cover. Victor's getting the floor set up here. And I'm going to head into this crawl space to see
What type of action, activity, runways, droppings? We already found 2 holes within 10 minutes of our arrival. Here we go. Let's see how many holes we can find. Ouchie. Those are the things you need to be afraid of when you're crawling. There's the dead rat. Crispy little thing. Oh, there's that hole, Jimmy. Yeah, right by the hole. Oh yeah, tons of droppings. Look at all this right here. Look at that. That's it right there, guys. Look at the rat grease. And then all the items right here. Like including exclusion work? No, this is just for space. Tap where the oven is. So here's the gas line for the oven. So, okay, Dave, I'm gonna shine my flashlight. Tell me if you see light.
Okay. I have a light pointing towards the hole of the gas pipe.
Okay, I'm gonna have David go up in the kitchen and shine his light down behind that oven and see if we can see light here. Oh yeah, massive hole, David, massive. Here's the water main. Another massive hole.
Where?
Wow. So they're coming in from these ingresses up top, but mainly down here, going to where the food source is, straight to the kitchen, up into that massive gap where the gas line is. So we're still gonna do a smoke test. We're still gonna, but I think I have an idea here that I wanna do. We don't wanna close that up just yet. I'm gonna run it by David and see what his thoughts are.
A few moments later.
Dave's up on the roof, feeling like a rat king. The rat king. Oh, look at this. And in that hole. So this has got to get excluded. No idea what those contractors, when she said to make sure all the house is sealed up. All right, we're gonna start the smoke test here. You would think this freeway would be a noise repellent. That's the Getty Center right there. Spider web, so there's not coming through here. We're going to check the crawl space for smoke. I think we're good. All right, we're heading up to the attic because I think we're getting some smoke. Smoke and droppings? Is there rat traps or anything?
No, no. There's rat droppings.
Droppings?
Dave.
Oh, yeah. Watch out. Tell me who? Bit of rats?
Bro, look at that.
Huh?
It looks like a worm.
Expose it?
Yes. Yeah, we found it. They're in the attic, but they're not coming from the pipe.
All right, we're seeing smoke way on the other side as well. So we're gonna, here, go back.
Oh, it's right over.
Oh, this is rat grease.
Yeah?
Yep. This is why it's super important to do a rodent smoke test. Most pest control, oh yeah, we found 2 holes, set some traps, cover those holes up, but then you've got wide open pipes like this. Yeah, the contractors did a great job for her. Unbelievable. She's very lucky that this attic's not completely infested.
Yeah.
We're gonna put our ladder up here.
Okay, yeah. I can show you quickly. It's like the lady, she said where she hears.
Yeah, show me.
Okay. So the shelf is where she hears the noise. I think maybe it's on the attic.
Okay.
On that shelf.
Yeah, so Rachel, you have 2 open pipes that the rats are going through. Or one of them for sure. You have.
They're all new.
Yeah, a bunch of droppings by the access panel. So you have rats going from underneath your house, and then they're also coming in from the top. Yeah. See that massive hole by the?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I put that seal there.
No, they chewed right through there. And then come over here, Rachel.
Wait, this is.
That goes into your crawl space. That's where the dead rat was.
This is down by the.
This is a crawl space.
I know, but I saw this is down by the construction guy.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. He allowed a lot of rats in it if you told him to cover this. And there's a dead rat 3 feet away from that hole. And they're carrying a lot of food source. There's along your seal plates, there's nuts and all kinds of food source that they're bringing in.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So they're coming from these holes, and they're also coming from the pipes. That's in your attic.
That's in my
In your
attic.
attic.
Oh, well, how is it open in the first place?
The construction guys, whoever did the remodel, didn't take the vents all the way up through the roof like you should. They left them wide open. Then you have a broken pipe that's over here. It was an old galvanized that corroded and allowed a hole in. The rats aren't coming through there. The rats are coming through the far corner pipe. There's a bathroom on the far corner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that newly remodeled?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just put a piece of pipe up in the attic and did not terminate it correctly. Yeah. What I'd like to do, David, is set up the rat back right by this hole here and set up a monitoring camera to see how many are coming in and out. Yeah, that needs to have a metal flashing all the way around, and then we terminate the flashing into the stucco so they can't sit there and chew their way back in.
Yeah, that's really frustrating. Yeah, wow. I thought I had the house sealed, and clearly it's not.
No, the good thing is you don't have a massive infestation.
Oh, I don't?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not like massive. So they're hiding right now.
Oh, okay.
At nighttime, once we get all this work sealed up, within the next 48 to 72 hours, we'll know what type of infestation you have.
Okay.
Right now we don't know because again during the day they're sleeping. They're hiding right now.
Yeah.
So first step, seal everything up, replace cameras, and then our rat traps to get the rest of them out of here.
Okay.
The food that's in the kitchen, that's the other challenge. You do have pets. Cat food. So if there's cat food laying around, and they're underneath your couches or furniture right now, that's going to be the most challenging. We have to get rid of this bird feeder for sure. They come in through the oven, they get through, they find the cat food, they grab the cat food, and then they take it and they'll place it inside the oven. Or they'll go underneath your couch and you guys won't even know it. They're in the couches hiding or hoarding that food. And then what happens is they're stuck in the house, they have plenty of food source.
Yeah.
Once we seal up and get them out of the house, then you can move back in. The cat can move back in.
Thank you so much for your help. Oh my God, you guys are the best, honestly.
Oh, thank you so much, Rachel. We're gonna get started to close everything up for you.
Okay.
We're gonna set up our monitoring cameras and get these rats out of your house.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Can't wait.
All right, it's time for some aggressive exclusion work. Let's get started. Okay, so here's a really important tip. They did a good job of doing the exclusion work here, okay? But look at with the rats, they chewed their way right back in between the stucco and the metal mesh. So what we typically do is we never allow the rodents to have a place to sit or crawl back under and give them the opportunity to come in and start chewing. So here's what I recommend when you're in these situations here.
you'll never make this mistake again. So we do just go ahead and just foam that in like this. Okay, so this is our exclusion work that's going to be sustainable. So the water is going to still flow through, not going to get all the debris. More importantly, rats are going to get past this, and they can't lay in there because all of this metal. Now what we're going to do is waterproof and paint this all white so it blends in with the house, but you can see how much better that looks. All right, so let's get this all excluded as well. Okay, so we covered this hole. Added a little piece here so they don't chew the foam to get back in between the metal in here. So this is just another, add a little security. Now we're gonna go ahead and paint this white so it'll blend in with the stucco and keep the screws from rusting around, even though they are stainless steel, but it'll just look much better. This is called sustainable rat exclusion work. So Victor found some holes over here. So he's getting all the exclusion work here. Big hole here too, huh? All right, so as far as the attic, we have no idea if there's any remaining rats right now. Typically, we come in, they scurry off and hiding, just don't know. But once the exclusion work has been done, this is when we set up the twin traps. You could see our bait tugger inside there, it's lifted up. As soon as they nose dive into the bait tugger, it immediately activates. These are great for attics and crawl spaces because the traps don't flip over and then the rats go head first. We'll place that right there, and then we'll set up our monitoring camera so we can monitor the activity. All right, so Dave's in the crawl space here getting this set up. Okay, there we go. Our camera there. Order yours today at twintraps.com. Twice the catch, twice as fast. All right, so Dave, what's your predicament? Attic or crawl space? I'll give you the choice. 50-50 chance, man. I'm gonna go with crawl space. Crawl space? Crawl space. All right, I take the attic. Who's gonna catch, if there are any remaining rats? Based on the inspection, because you followed us through this journey, where do you think we're gonna catch first? The attic or the crawl space? Yeah, let me show you what we got. This is next to your bed here.
Okay. They go from right there to try to lick the peanut butter, right? And then it snaps on that side.
That's right.
Okay. You only said one, right?
Set two.
Oh.
One over there and one in the crawl space, in the attic. When we find all the entry points and we close them,
right,
any remaining rats are stuck now in the four walls of the house. They get hungry and they go, that's the secret of rat trapping.
Right, I don't know, okay. What was the biggest like rat problem you ever had? Like a really bad one. I mean, like, was it
quite a bit?
Really? Like infested with them?
Yeah, we had a house where we caught over 400 rats.
No.
In one house. Yeah.
No.
It was incredible. They were domesticating them though. They found
Where was this at?
In Corona.
400? Was this an old house or something? Or?
No, they kept breeding and breeding.
And they just never took care of the problem, huh?
No, they kept feeding them. They kept feeding them.
Who kept feeding them?
The homeowners.
Oh, okay, that's
disgusting.
Okay, yeah, that's another. Okay.
You asked what the worst.
Yeah, all right.
That is the worst. Pretty cool guy. For a tenant, man, I love tenants when they're like that. A lot of tenants are, I can't believe this, I'm gonna move out and things like that. So, which I understand, rats can become a nuisance, but you get tenants like that are clean and respectful, pretty cool. Makes our job easier.
This is what it started, because I was in the kitchen just cooking and I saw a little bastard where I was like, damn, dude. And I was like,
yeah, it's crazy. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, thanks, boss.
You got it. A lot of cussing in this house. A lot of cussing. Guys are doing all the exclusion work on the pipes. Way back there. Come on, rats. You're gonna be hungry tonight. Because you're stuck inside this attic. And when the twins arrive, the twins will always win, rats, just so you know.
The twins will always win. Alright, so Dave's getting this all excluded out.
Hold on, I got a fortune cookie here. Hold on here.
I think it's gonna say,
Hold on. Let me tell you right now. You will catch a rat in the crawl space.
So you can be a CFO for
You have a friendly heart and are well admired. That means
You
that the
are
audience
you are admired.
admires me a lot more than you, Jimbo. Who do you admire, Victor? Me or Jimmy more?
Myself.
Ooh, good answer.
Are you guys gonna install your twin traps?
Yes.
I want you to snap those bitches.
Perfect. Done. Done, done, done. A lot of cussing in this house, but she's done with these rats. She's done.
72 hours later.
Well, my fortune cookie was wrong. Jimmy was the fortunate one. But both of these jobs are rat-free. And you know what this means. They deserve the rat dance.
Another successful rat extermination. Job solved. We will see you on the next one.